wanted them to be comfortable. I don't want them to be pressured, no? So sabihan ko lang sila na mag-relax. I guess that's the best way to perform, is to be able to stay loose.
It's a pretty awesome feeling just to be here in China. And, you know, you see the logo and the bus when you get off the plane. It's just like you're reliving the whole thing all over again from Spain. So, you know, that was a great experience in itself. So hopefully it's more memories and great times here in China.
Very surreal. Yun nga, parang like kami nagkukantuhan ni Paul parang life talaga, yung buhay talaga, you know, it goes full circle. I got suspended representing the country. Now I have a chance to represent the country again with the biggest stage in basketball, which is the World Cup. So wala na akong hihingin pa. All I have to do is keep my mind straight and focus on the little details that we've been preparing for.
Siguro ito na yung parang siguro di ko na alam, ito na yung last na World Cup siguro sa career ko Kasi nga ito yung chance na makasama din sa history kasi kaya usapan nga namin yung history dito Nanalo tayo ng dalawa dito, yung chance ngayon sa history para sa atin. Yun yung goal namin ngayon.
Let's go!
Ramdam na ramdam po natin ang matinding paghahanda ng Gilas Pilipinas para sa kanilang unang laro. At sa ilang oras na lang, saksiyan na po natin ang kanilang laban kontra sa Italy dito sa 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Mula sa Foshan GBA Sports and Cultural Center, ako po si Chuck Araneta.
Jason, when you see a smile like that on the face of veteran Gabe Norwood, he was part of the 2014 squad in Sevilla, Spain. Andi dito siya ngayon sa China. Pero makita mo pa rin yung excitement on the part of the captain of Gilas Pilipinas. It is a thing of beauty, di ba?
It is a thing of beauty as an athlete to be able to represent your country. Sabi nga ni Mark na, you know, ito yung biggest, and Kiefer, this is the biggest tournament for a basketball player. And tapos dala-dala mo yung, kulay ng bansa mo. Yeah. Then, when you are able to get out, nakita nyo, nagpa-practice sila, makikita mo yung bandila mo, right there, up there. So it gives you that extra pride, extra motivation to try to do well for your country. And remember, there's not a lot of people that get that opportunity. Sa dami ng gusto mag-basketball sa Pilipinas, silang 12 lang ang nagkaroon ng pagkakataon.
Binanggit na ni Jason, yung dala-dala mo nga, yung pride ng iyong bansa, yung bandila, yung watawat nyo. Etong Italy, may dala-dala din dito. Puro NBA player naman ang baon nila para dito sa pagbabalik nila for the first time in 13 years. Yang si Marco Bellinelli, siya yung nag-iisang holdover from the 2006 squad kung saan siya pa yung leading scorer at 13.5 points a game.
While he's the only holdover, when we go through this list, you'll notice that all of them, or most of them, are just yung age difference sila, 2-3 years apart lang. So that means that they've had an opportunity to play together many times. Bellinelli, on the other hand, he's had success in the NBA, and he's actually played in many teams already, and what that shows is that he has the game to be able to stay in the league. There's a lot of people that are interested in him. And ang nakakatakot dito, yung shooting niya. Yung 3-point shooting niya. A one-time NBA 3-point champion.
18th overall pick yang si Marco Bellinelli from back in 2007. The following year, yung kakampi niya, Danilo Gallinari, ang bigat din ang credentials nito. Number 6 overall pick to ng New York Knicks from back in 2008. Pero bago yun, 4 years na siyang professional sa Italy.
Yes, and he's going to be one of the major problems because of the matchup problem that we're going to have with him. If he plays the 3, okay, that small forward position, then we're going to see Gabe and Troy match up with him. Then when he moves, maybe if we see him at the power forward position, medyo dyan mahirapan, baka mahirapan na mag-match up yung mga players natin. Dahil malamang ang kakayanin lang ang quickness niya. Eto si Japet.
Yun ang talagang matindi. No? Pero pag kinatawa naman niya si Japet, mag-iiba rin namang storya niya, di ba?
Yes.
So Gallinari, Bellinelli, pero hindi lang yan. But wait, there's more para dito sa Italy. You've got a guy like Luigi Datome. Undrafted he went way back in the day nung sumali siya dito sa NBA draft, pero nakapaglaro din naman siya ng 3 taon, 2 with the Pistons, 2.5 with the Pistons, and half a year with the Celtics.
Yeah, we were gonna fall in love. Some people might fall in love with, NBA player ba yan? Anong ginawa niyan sa NBA? But you look at what they've done in the leagues that they are playing in Europe. Okay? He's a 3-time Turkish League champion and he was a Turkish Cup MVP. And also an all-Italian Serie A Player of the Year. So, kita mo yung kalidad, Magu. You know, you go up and down the order. There's a lot of players there para dito sa Italian team that's gonna give us some problems.
Doon sa 12 laro sa qualifiers, hindi nakalaro doon yung Bellinelli at Gallinari. 2 laro lang ang naibanat neto ni Datome. But he led the team in scoring at 16 points per game, shooting 53% from the field, 50% from the three-point line. All-around package for this guy. Tapon mo pa or isama mo pa yung 6 rebounds a game.
Yes, and the thing is, you mentioned that there were a lot of games during the preparation or the qualifications na hindi kompleto yung itong Italian team. Ngayon lang sila magiging kompleto coming into the World Cup, and that's going to be one of the challenges for us, but a challenge I'm sure that the team is ready to face.
Isa pang ang bago dyan, ito namang si Daniel Hackett. Isang laro lang ang nailaro niya para sa Italy sa European qualifiers, but this guy is half Italian, half American. He might be the surprise package, Jason.
Yes, and at 6'6", we look at his credentials in the local league, in the European league. He is a champion wherever he's played, and he has been an MVP in the regular season and also in the finals.
So yan po si Daniel Hackett, isa pa sa mga tututukan natin para dito sa Azzurri ng Italia. And etong Team Italy, hindi lang tayo yung may naturalized player. Meron din silang kinuha in the person of Jeff Brooks. Mabigat din to at 6'8", 30 years old already. Jeff Brooks played 3 games sa kanilang mga qualifiers. 25 minutes per ball game, 8.3 points, 6 rebounds per outing, 68% shooting from the three-point line.
Well, that means that there's a reason when you're already very strong, tapos kukuha ka pa ng naturalized player. You know that the quality of Brooks is going to be top-notch.
So yan po yung mga tututukan natin mula dito sa Italy Azzurri sa aming pagbabalik as we move towards the opening tip, which comes in about 20 minutes from now. Yung Italy versus Gilas Pilipinas yung Gilas Pilipinas naman ang pagtutuunan natin ng pansin. Dito lang yan sa ESPN 5.
get rested. Okay? While you're resting, make sure you visualize. Okay? Prepare your minds. Visualize the game, visualize your matchups, run the sets in your mind. Okay? That's part of the mental preparation. Okay? Run the defensive schemes sa isip nyo. Okay? Pag hindi nyo ni-run yan, magkakamali kayo sa laro. Under pressure, you will make mistakes. And I know guys who will run them in their heads and I know who will not run them in their heads. Don't be lazy. It's a mental exercise. Okay? Your scoring or shooting window might not be as big as it is in the PBA. It's gonna be a small shooting window. Okay? Maliit na butas lang yan. We're not gonna get better physically from this hour up to 7:30 in the evening. You're not gonna get any better physically. But mentally, you can still prepare yourselves. You just want to relax, take it easy. It's still just a basketball game. Okay? Laro pa rin to. Okay? It's still just a basketball game, but you wanna be at your best. This is the day we've been waiting for. Okay?
Let's go. Pasa pa rin!
Eksena po yan mula sa kaninang umaga pagkatapos ng shoot-around ng Gilas Pilipinas doon sa Foshan, China. Magumarchan pa rin kasama si Coach Jason Webb. Coach Yang Giao mentioned it, Coach Jason. The mental preparation. Ito din inaantay. This is what everybody's been working for all of these weeks, all of these months. Grabe, no, yung mental preparation. And he said it. He knows who will exercise it and who won't. Gano'n ka-importante yan?
Well, at this point, he also mentioned, wala na eh. Pag natulog ka ba, hindi ka natatangkad. Hindi na lalaki yung katawan mo, hindi nabibilis. But the one thing that you can still work on, okay, is going over what you're supposed to do so that pagdating ng laro, hindi mo makakalimutan. Because diyan, pwede pa yan. Although, honestly, it's gonna be very difficult because nandun ka, nag-ensayo ka sa umaga, uwi ka, you have your lunch, kain ka, you try to get your rest. But that level of excitement that you're going to be playing in a few hours, baka hindi ka makatulog. So sabi niya, instead if your mind is running anyway, instead of wasting all that ideas and whatever you're thinking of, think of what you have to do in the game. Yeah. Think of what you do in the game so that when it comes to the game, alam mo na. Diba? Because na-practice mo na yan eh. Pero ready ba yung pag narinig mo yung sigawan ng tao, dumating yung pressure?
Yan.
How does your mind react? So that's why he's saying, make sure that your mind is ready.
Maybe two guys that can set the example. Dalawa do sa limang holdover from 2014. We're talking about, of course, the only PBA 5-time MVP in Junmar Fardo and our naturalized player, a former NBA player in Andre Blatch.
Yeah, the key there, sinabi mo nga, guys that have been there, since they've been there, then hindi na sila mabibigla dun sa sitwasyon. Nakakalaban na rin sila ng malalaki, malalakas. But of course, they will be tested. You look at the numbers that, let's look at Andre Blatch first. You look at the numbers that he's had. The one thing that he's got to make sure or he's got to control in this game against Italy, he's got to get quality shots.
Yun.
We cannot afford him to be shooting at the low 40s. Kailangan mataas yung field goal percentage niya.
Pagka kahit saang level ng basketball, yung 40s pang gwardiya yan eh. Pag big man ka, nasa 50, 60 pataas dapat.
That's 40s, probably in the 80s. Right now, even if you're a guard, you should be shooting at high 45s or somewhere there. Or if you're shooting a lot of threes, then maybe you'll touch 40. And hindi natin napag-usapan si Junmar while that was on. But for Junmar, the biggest test, and we know that the success that Junmar has had locally, but the biggest test for Junmar would be, will he be able to defend mobile bigs?
Yun.
The other one is, will he be able to defend ball screens? Yan ang dyan matetest si Junmar.
5 years ago, he had his moments in Spain. Couple of games there where he really came out. And even in this past finals against Terrence Jones, on offense, nagagamit niya yung katawan niya, yung balikat niya, yung siko niya. Pero sa depensa nga, medyo na-expose siya. That is going to be a question for this game. Yun ang ahanapan natin ng sagot. Isa pang merong malaking question mark dito. Yung pinakabago din sa Gilas Pilipinas, aside from the two rookies, the phenom, Kiefer Avena, he is on the lineup right now, coming off that 18-month suspension, and he has pretty big shoes to fill dahil back-to-back pinakamahusay na gwardya sa Asia lang naman, yung pinaka-in essence pinalitan niya.
Yes, but luckily, he doesn't have to take that responsibility of replacing Jason Castro. He just has to be the best Kiefer Ravena that he can be. And a very good, and we know what the quality of Kiefer